for knowledge, for inspiration. He's going to say, this happened to me. And they'll be silent. And he'll want a response. Well, you know what? You should do da 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 da. That's exactly why he's speaking. Now, when a woman comes to her husband and she expresses a problem, he naturally goes into man mode, which means he talks as little as possible and he offers direct, explicit solutions to the problem. Well, you shouldn't have done that. You should do that. This is a mistake and this is your solution. This is not the way to deal with the issue. It's a big mistake. The impression you're giving her is that you're brushing aside her concerns. Next time you're in the company of two women, suppose your sister and wife, suppose your mother and her friend. Next time you're in the company of two women, just pay attention to what they talk about and how they communicate. How long they dwell on the same topic. How they seem to say the same things over and over and over again. For a man, it's very frustrating. But for a woman, they'll say the same thing and she will say it and she will say it and she will say it, and a conversation will go which for a man would have taken 2 minutes, might last 20 minutes amongst women. For a guy, it's frustrating. But you know what? That's because you're thinking in male mode, in guy mode. For women, this is their language of communication. A woman wants somebody who will listen to her, sympathize with her, empathize with her. This is how a woman solves a problem. By talking about the issues with the people that she loves, by allowing her emotions to come out, and to come out, and to come out. And to have those emotions recognized by those whom she loves, by her listeners. For women, it's not that the issue is bothering them. It's the emotions that the issue has generated. Men are different. Men don't talk about the emotions. Men want to ignore that. It was embarrassing. They want to ignore that. They want to talk about the issues. For women, it's the emotions. I felt hurt. I felt humiliated. This is the point. And she wants the sympathy. Believe it or not, husbands, for many issues, not offering a solution to your wife as she's discussing it through will actually make her feel that you're genuinely there for her. You're sympathizing with her. You're listening to her with the care and the attention and the sympathy that her problems deserve. And of course, this is where it does get complicated for men, because frankly, and I'll be very honest here, men find it very difficult to listen to these types of conversations for that long. Something that they would say in 2 minutes, a woman might say in 10 or 20 minutes, and it's very frustrating, and that is why inherently after 2 minutes they just turn off. And this is a problem. So the TV is on, and the wife is going on about it and on about a problem she's having, and the husband will pretend to pay attention, yes, and assume that he's doing his job. I'm afraid that there's just no getting around it. Husbands, you're going to have to learn to listen. And I mean genuinely listen. That means turn off the television. Give her your full, undivided attention. If you can't do it at that time, tell her, honey, I really need to finish this news. If we can talk about this over dinner at 8 o'clock, whatever the time might be, that's the time we'll do it. And then honor your commitment. But you have to give her time. And you have to simply sit there and listen. And another way is, when she's finished talking, ask her, do you want me to give you a solution, or do you want to think about it for a while? Because husbands genuinely are confused. Because husbands want to go into solve problem mode. They don't have empathize mode. They just want to solve the issue right then and there. And they don't realize, for women, it might not even be that they want the problem to be solved. They just want sympathy. They just want a shoulder to cry on. They just want a friend to understand what happened to them. And so they genuinely need to sit there and listen to their wives about the issues that happened to them. Another way is to understand that your job as a man is not to try to talk them out of your feelings. It's not to try to talk them out of the way they felt, but merely to sympathize with those feelings and to understand those feelings. Whatever you do, don't tell her she's overreacting. Don't tell her she's over-emotional. Don't ever tell her she's going through PMS. These are just big no-nos. You don't do that. Don't tell her that, you shouldn't be feeling this way. Don't question her side of the story. Just listen. Try to see it from her perspective. And after she's done, then ask her, do you want me to help you think of a solution? And always sympathize with her. So for example, if she was hurt, just hug her, hold her hand and say, yeah, that must have been very painful, or how could she have done that? Just sympathize. That's the first stage. Problem solving will come, but the first thing you have to do